No more secrets, no more lies. Yes, sir. They said they wanted to see it. You gotta see it. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Yeah. That's what time it is. Once you see this, you ain't finna unsee it. That's what we on. You know what I'm saying? Once you see it, you ain't gonna be able to unsee this. Share this beam out. Yeah. We own that. We own that. Let's go. Let's go, boys. No hesitation. No hesitation. Straight to it. Look, let's go. Share this beam out, because you know they got this paid shadow band. So look at this. Look at this right here. Peace and love to all the Moors, Asiatics, Muslims, all y'all tuning in. Let me know where y'all tuning in from. Let's go. It's each one teach one. Welcome to the beam out. Don't know if we gonna kick another series off or not. We gonna see how this one flow. So look, you know how they say pictures speak 1,000 words, right? 1,000 words. Whole time you could show somebody a picture, they could still be in denial though. They might not look at it with the eyes like they could see. They might be looking at it like through the eyes of what you say propaganda. They might still be looking at something with cognitive dissonance. Like they could see it, but they still in denial. Let me give you an example about what I'm talking about. Let me give you this example real quick. Now you see this, right? New Heat. Mysteries of the Ancient Americas. See this, right? LA Islam. Let me know where y'all at with it. You know the rock up in here. Let me know where y'all at. See this? New Fire. Mysteries of the Ancient Americas. Now you see these pictures, right? Okay. Notice that none of them are painted black. They all copper complexion. Same as the definition of an American, right? Now look at this. Interesting. Magnificent creations of fragile featherwork. NYC Islam. Look. Pictures speak 1,000 words. See that? What's this right here? What? It says the 4 feet high, the plumes of Montezuma's headdress are woven into cloth and are set off by a brilliant blue fringe of Contiga feathers and by hands of tiny gold plaques. The headdress once sported a golden bird's head mounted in the center. I want you to look at this. LA, Compton, Islam. Yes, sir. Shout out to Khalifa territory. See this right here? This is Montezuma. You know what that is, right? I mean, he was calling it out there. Hold up. He was calling it out there. Let's go. Let's go ahead. Let's just go ahead. Let's just go ahead. See this? Pictures speak 1,000 words now. Just want to ask y'all some questions real quick. I'll show y'all this. You notice that this right here looks like a fez in the center of this magnificent featherwork ornament. See how it's a fez in the center, right? Now look at this. This is Montezuma. These ain't my words. This is Montezuma. Now let's look at the fez. Huh? What's that? The national headdress of the Moorish Asiatic nation. Founders of civilization. 360-degree master mason. Son of woman. The fez is the crown of light. Now I'm showing you something because pictures speak 1,000 words, right? This is what they say. This is what they say. Pictures speak 1,000 words. Now you looking at it. It's a fez in the center. These ain't my words. This ain't my book. It's just called The Mysteries of the Ancient Americas. You feel me? So pictures speaking 1,000 words. You see a fez in the center. Shout out to Georgia. Islam, boy. You see that? The fez is the crown of light. authority and rule, the geometric zodiac, the Fez has no brim and is circular as the sun, SUN, SON. The Fez belongs to who? Ali, El, Bay, Day, and Al. Look at this right here. See, this is what they're not going to show you. See, they're not going to show you that Montezuma. Hold up. You know what? Maybe you need a visual. Maybe you need another visual. Maybe you need another visual. No problemo. Maybe you need another visual to look at. So this is Montezuma. Notice the Fez-like headdress and his copper tone complexion. It's time to cook now. See, he's the Aztec leader. See that? Now, this right here is another image of another Fez that Montezuma was rocking. It's the Fez in the center of that. It's like a giant peacock or something with the Fez in the center. They got gold fringes on it. I mean, ain't just any and everybody wearing a Fez. You see, you gotta be plugged into a heritage, a bloodline. You ain't seeing no hybrid Europeans wearing this. You see Moors wearing this though. And don't forget, this is Montezuma. He was a somebody. He was the Aztec leader. But let's go over here to the Fez definition again. See this? See, this is a national headdress of the Moors. Now you might say, well, I thought these people over here was Indians. You think they was Indians, huh? I got something for you for that. Hold up. Let's go right here. Let me give you what you're looking for.
1798 painting showing a black Native American. Okay. Now, let me show you something, right? Because I think everybody's lost on the actual wording, right? The original black civilizations of Mexico and Mesoamerica, right? Because, in 1613, the description was changed from the word Moor to Indian, right? Now, I think the part where everybody fucks up at is when they think of Mexico and Central America, right? What you're doing is looking at the map from the perspective of this being North America, this being Central America, and this being South America.
Talk to them.
Thinking that this itself is what they're talking about when they say Central America. But see, the problem is this is South America, this is Central America, and this is North America. So America, they're talking about the United States.
They talking about the United States.
All right, so let's talk about something real quick.
Run that back.
1798 painting showing a black Native American. Okay. Now, let me show you something, right? Because I think everybody's lost on the actual wording, right? The original black civilizations of Mexico and Mesoamerica, right? Because, in 1613, the description was changed from the word Moor to Indian, right? Now, I think the part where everybody fucks up at is when they think of Mexico and Central America, right? What you're doing is looking at the map from the perspective of this being North America, this being Central America, and this being South America. Thinking that this itself is what they're talking about when they say Central America. But see, the problem is this is South America, this is Central America, and this is North America. So when they talk about the great civilizations of Central America, they're talking about the United States.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about something.
Now, this is the thing. I just seen somebody put a question up there that said, are we using cards, or how is this knowledge helping out people? Let me answer that like this. This knowledge is your knowledge. This knowledge is our knowledge. This knowledge is ancient and modern. The people that tell you that it won't matter what we do if we got this information, those are the people that are coming at you with an angle. Those are the people who don't want you to come out of the status of black, Negro, person of color, Native American, Indian, Pan-African. You got to look at it objectively. I'm not just talking specifically to you that asked the question. I'm talking about in general. So what I'm saying is, when you saying, how can it help a nation? First of all, you can't be a part of a nation if you don't have a nationality. Point blank, period. If you out here misidentifying as a dead status, you're not a part of a nation. That's number one. Status is the first thing at law. Look, because they're not going to show you this. So we're going to do it live in the flesh. They're not going to tell you. They're not going to show you this. Status is a measure of your legal rank and standing in society. So when you ask a question, when anybody asks you, what is this information going to do for us? That's a great question. Everybody that comes to the Americas are using this information. That has to be understood, understood, and overstood. They study law. You might think that these so-called immigrants come over here not knowing nothing. They get quizzed before they touch the American soil. They take a constitution test. They know, they are informed. So-called black people are not informed when it comes to law. What is positive law? What is negative law? Our people, real shit, are the least informed of this. Either they don't want to know the information or they come into the information already with their mind made up like this won't do nothing for our condition. So you got to start looking at things in more better context. Without knowledge of this, you dead in law. You dead out here. You ain't got no rights out here. It don't matter how many green pieces of paper you accumulate. You just seen what they did to Diddy, right? Within 3 weekends, they turned his lights out. So evidently, these little pieces of paper don't matter how much you accumulate, how much crypto that you got. It don't mean nothing if your status in law is dead, which is a color person, which is a black person, an Indian, a Native American, a Pan-African. This is the information that everybody around the world uses. This is the information. What is status in society? Status involves your capacities and incapacities to exercise and enjoy freedoms and liberties. Therefore, law, venue, and jurisdiction are always primal issues to address. Jurisdiction are always primal issues to address. Law is always a primal issue to address. The person that's asking this question, Glitter Doll, what is your nationality? Let's get that established. Type it up there. What is your nationality? Because you asking about taxes and you asking about what can this information do? What is your nationality? That's the number one thing. Because if that ain't right, nothing you talking about has any strength. Nothing. What is your nationality? You see? Without knowing that, you dead out here. What nation do you belong to? Huh? What nation do you belong to? See, this is why people get caught at. Our people be going, you say, I'm asking, what can we do with this information? Okay, well, you got to listen then. If you asking the question, then it means you got to listen. I see you firing off 20 questions, but you not taking the time to listen. This is what you got to do. You got to listen. So when you come right here, you say, well, what can this information do? The first thing you have to do is you have to be competent enough to know where you stand at in law. If you're not competent in this, it doesn't matter what your argument is. Let me play this for you. Let me do this for you right here.
We have to look at our condition in the light of truth. Stop reacting emotionally and pretending that just because we don't want to. One of the most difficult things that I deal with out here is trying to teach our people the difference between an actual fact and an opinion. Our people think that they can accept or reject truth based on how they feel about it. Your feelings don't change the truth. The truth is just going to be there. You can feel any kind of way you want to feel about it.
Exactly.
Those kind of emotions have kept us from growing. Because
see that? See that right there? Listen to her.
We have to look at our condition in the light of truth. Stop reacting emotionally and pretending that just because we don't want to deal. One of the most difficult things that I deal with out here is trying to teach our people the difference between an actual fact and an opinion. Our people think that they can accept or reject truth based on how they feel about it. Your feelings don't change the truth. The truth is just gonna be there. You can feel any kind of way you want to feel about it. Those kind of emotions have kept us from growing because we have to look at our condition.
Right there. Now, I'm not adding nobody right now because for some reason with this page, if I add somebody to this beam out, the whole beam out shut down. They got this page shadow banned. I would add you if I could. If I could add you, I would add you. But every time I try to add somebody to the beam out that I do, they shut the whole beam out down. The sound be toe off. It be the whole shit be toe off every time. So just check it out. Just listen alone. You will get a lot of your questions gonna get answered. Just listen alone. So as you see, pictures speak 1,000 words. Then you say, well, what does this have to do with us and how can we use this information? Knowing your history is the national headdress of the Moorish Asiatic nation, the founders of civilization. Then you say, listen, man, listen. Then you say the fez has no brim, is what you see right here. See? The fez in the center. Then you come right here with another image. See this? Another image. This is what I'm finna do with you. Let me go on here and get you up out of here. Let me get you out of here. Then you say, another fez in the center. See the fez in the center? Fez in the center. Now, these ain't my words. Again, mysteries of the ancient Americas. See that? Mysteries of the ancient Americas is right here. How is these in the ancient Americas? Ancient Americas. Ancient Americas. Ancient Americas. And it's still showing you that it's the national headdress of the Moorish Asiatic nation. The founders of civilization. See, this is what these so-called black leaders ain't telling y'all. They not going to tell y'all. They refuse to tell y'all. They took oaths not to tell y'all. That's why they ain't going to tell. Why they ain't going to tell you that it's a liberty cap. It's a fez on the coat of arms in Haiti. In Haiti. They not going to tell you that. It's right there. They ain't going to tell you that, though. They ain't going to tell you about Tucson. They ain't going to tell you about Chicago being founded by a Haitian. They ain't going to tell you that, though. Why wouldn't they tell people that Chicago was really founded by a Haitian? DuSable Baptiste. They not gonna tell you that. They ain't gonna tell you that Chicago was founded by a Haitian. Nah. They not gonna tell people that. Why not? When they say that the so-called Caribbeans, they say that the so-called Caribbeans is in a whole other place of the world. Yeah, it's in a whole other place of the world. Hold up. What you mean it's in a whole other place of the world? What you mean? What you mean? Haiti is right here. See that? Haiti is right here. What you mean it's a whole other place of the world? It's in the Americas. You don't need a green card to come to America. You're already in America. These are different islands, the Greater Antilles, the Lesser Antilles. You're already in America. So just think about how much money, how much fiat, how much bread is the U.S. corporation been extortion out of all these Moorish Americans that live on all these islands. How much bread you think they getting every day? Forget every year. How much bread you think the U.S. corporation is extorting out of all these Moorish Americans out of these islands right here? Trinidad and Tobago, St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Vincent, Grenada. How many? Bermuda. How many? How many? PR, Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, Cuba. How many you think? The Bahamas. How much fiat do you think they're extorting the U.S. corporation out of these people right here? that's Moorish Americans that don't realize that they're Moorish Americans and they're being extorted because they are being asked to buy a green card or a visa. You seen Scarface before, right? Remember that scene with him and Manolo up in Freedom Town? How Tony get out of Freedom Town? What he need? He needed a green card. Remember? So how much is the U.S. corporation getting out of that? And again, let me show y'all something. For the ones that might not know, we gonna find out right now. We gonna do it together right now, because you need to know this. Look at this. Look at this right here. 10 square miles. 10 square miles. You believe it? Let me show you. Columbia, Christopher Columbus, the United States, all caps, originated in 1775. Not the United States of America. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Hold up. The United States, Inc., all caps, consists only of the 10-mile square of Washington, D.C., and its territories of Guam, Samoa, Mariana Islands, and PR, etc. United States Corporation. They are only 10 miles square. That's it. It's a corporation that colonized. It started in Washington, D.C. So when they say, where is the United States Corporation? The United States Corporation is in Washington, D.C. This is why they have an obelisk outside of Washington, D.C. Why do you think it's an Egyptian obelisk in Washington, D.C.? You see, right across where the so-called president is in the White House, there's an Egyptian obelisk there. Listen, the corporate United States is an abstraction. The United States exists only on paper. It is a total fiction. It exists only as an idea, whereas the various state republics of the Union exist in substance and reality. Shout out to Philly. The United States takes on a physical reality only after Congress activates 18 constitutionally delegated powers in accordance with Article 1, Section 7 of the Constitution. Shout out to Mexico. You know, so as you see, I mean, it's clear as day now. It should really start getting clear as day. This book is called New Beginning Study Course, Connect the Dots and See. Ether by David E. Robinson. It should start getting real clear to y'all now. You Moors out there that's really on business, that's really studying. This is Montezuma. Copper complexion. He's not a Latino. He's not a Hispanic. Copper complexion, the Aztec leader. Notice the fez-like headdress. So you would say, why does Montezuma have on a Moorish headdress? Obviously, the answer is he's Moorish. Just like this magnificent creation of fragile featherwork. See? We talking about royalty. It says, because of its fragility, very little of this art has survived. That the royal headdress did so is a small miracle. For generations after the conquest, it belonged to the Dukes of Tyrol, whose children are said to have worn it at costume parties. Only in the past century did it find a safe haven in Vienna Museum. You see this? This is so fragile. These people had no respect for it. They was wearing this magnificent gold fringe piece of feathers. They was wearing it like it was a costume party or something. This belongs to royalty right here. Just like this. Fez is up. Fez is up. You see what's going on? You see what's going on? Again, ancient America. See, this is what they're not gonna tell y'all. This is why we got to get it out the mud. They not gonna tell us this. These people out here pumping this black pride and cosmic black and you came out of triple blackness. They not gonna show you no books though. They not gonna show you no literature. They not gonna show you no pictures. They not gonna show you none of this. They gonna keep you going by every word they saying. They never gonna show you nothing. They're never gonna show you nothing. So we gotta dig it out the mud. And speaking of that, hold up. While people was out here distracted with this right here, while people was out here stuck on this, did you know what was coming? Hold up. Did you know what was coming?
Is considered African American is technically a
hold up, let's go back. Hold up.
Pretty much anyone who is considered African American is technically a Moors, like a Moors descendant, being a descendant from Africa, being south of the equator. The term black, pretty much anyone who is considered African American is technically a Moors, like a Moors descendant, being a descendant from Africa, being south of the equator. The term black is a magic spell that has been used to trick people into a false identity. A magic spell that has been used to trick people into a false identity. A false identity. A false identity. A false identity.
It's a
pretty much
magic,
anyone who is
it's a magic spell that has been used to trick people into a false identity. Noble Drew Ali said he was going to make the European tell the truth. He was going to make them tell the truth. All right. Shout out to the UK. Look. He was going to make them tell the truth. Now you got a European hybrid telling y'all to your face the truth. He's telling you that black is a magical spell used to trick people into a false identity. But you still got people that look just like you that's telling you, nah, you black and you cosmic black and you triple black. You triple black and you cosmic black. What? Hey, look, man. Look at this. It's going to be some. Let me just ask y'all straight up. What are you going to say to the people that's been lying to you and telling you that you black, right? What are you going to say to them when the information comes out worldwide? Because we in the age of Aquarius. What are you going to say to them when the truth come out? And they've been lying to you for generations. What are you prepared to say to these people that's been sitting up here lying to you, telling you that you black, telling you that you a person of color, telling you that you was a Native American? What are you going to say to them? I want to put that question out there to y'all. Just something to think about. What are you going to say to the people when the news come out that they've been lying to you from the beginning? And by them lying to you has put you in a status that you could be mistreated, you could be abused, you can suffer, you can be exiled in your own land. What are y'all all y'all out there that keep thinking that this black thing and this Indian thing and this Pan-African thing and this triple black thing is a good thing? When the news hits you, when the truth hits you, what you gonna say to them? Are you gonna be like, you didn't know, and it's all right. You didn't know what you was saying like that, so I'm gonna let it go. What you gonna say? What you gonna say to them? Because all the information is coming out day by day. More information is coming out every day. What are you gonna say to these people that's been lying to you, capping? Putting you in harm's way? What you gonna say to them? You see Khalid Muhammad, what did he say? He said, I'm a Moor, and got sense enough to know I'm a Moor. And ain't never gonna let you tell me that I'm not a Moor. That was Khalid Muhammad. What are you gonna say? Because they love bringing up Khalid Muhammad. What you gonna say to them? Because now here's the other part of the question. This is part B. When they say, well, I didn't tell y'all because I was just using language that y'all could relate to. That's why we kept saying the black and the white. What if they come at you like that? They ain't tell us, like, to the masses, because they thought that we couldn't handle the truth. Do you want somebody to tell you the truth, like the ugly truth? Or do you want somebody to finesse you with sweet lies and lullabies? Which one? These are some questions I'm just throwing at y'all. Just to get you firing in the mind, thinking like, what are you prepared to say to these people that's been lying to you this whole time about your identity? All this cosmic black and triple black people and Indian. What you gonna say to them when you find out that they've been capping this whole time? Let me show y'all this. Look at this. Hold up. Let me show y'all this right here. Hold up. Because we ain't playing no games. We ain't playing no games, fam. None. Look at this right here. What does it say right here? It says, because a lot of people, they love to argue. Some people just love to argue just to argue. But this is the thing about this, though. See, arguments, this book is Logic and Philosophy, 3rd edition. All right. Look, when you're dealing with somebody that's an argumentative person, some people just love to argue just to hear themselves talk. But when you start using logic and reason and philosophy, then you can start breaking them down. All right. Because look, logic and reasoning, it says, roughly speaking, a valid argument is an argument whose premises, if true, provide good or sufficient grounds for accepting its conclusion. It say, other arguments are said to be invalid. How many people do you know or you come across daily who either love being argumentative, love saying what they believe in is true, love saying what they ain't changing their mind, they stuck on what they stuck on? How many people do you see that happen to every day or happen to yourself every day? It could be a coworker, it could be a family member, a fake friend, whoever it is. Look, valid arguments divide into two kinds: deductive or inductive. The fundamental property of a valid deductive argument is this: if its premises are true, then its conclusion must be true also. Or, to put it another way, if the premises of a valid deductive argument are true, then its conclusion cannot be false. The truth of its premises, quote unquote, guarantees the truth of its conclusion. The question naturally arises as to why the premises of a valid deductive argument, if true, guarantee the truth of its conclusion. Unfortunately, no easy answer can be given. Perhaps the best way we can say at this point is that the information contained in the conclusion of a valid deductive argument is already contained in, quote unquote, its premises. We are not usually aware of this fact because it is contained in the premises implicitly, along with other information not contained in the conclusion. So, coming across an argumentative person, an argument can only be valid or invalid. And an argument has two things that make it valid: deductive and inductive. That means the deductive argument has logic, it has reason, it has facts to support the argument and draw the conclusion. Somebody that just talking to be talking, they don't never show no receipts, like this right here. They ain't got no receipts. Look, we're gonna go on here. Like when somebody come with something like this, right? Look, let me just ask y'all this. Let me just ask y'all this right here. Hold up. Oh, yeah. This right here. Where you at? when they say something like this, when they be like, well, the Moors they ain't got nothing. Hold up. Let me pull this up. Now you see how we was talking about the drip, right? So we was talking about the drip and all that. What was we at? So we was talking about the drip and you seen them down from the past. Okay, look at this. Just want to show y'all something. Turn me up a little bit. I want to show y'all something. Now you see that the fez and the turban are Moorish. All right, this is a Moorish woman. Okay, Moorish woman. Right? Hold up. Let's go ahead and blow up a little bit. Let's blow up a little bit. Now you see her, right? Now pictures speak 1,000 words. Now let's see something. Let's do it together. I want y'all to look at these images of these Moorish women throughout history. You notice something they got in common? They all got Moorish drip on. They got turbans on. They got fezzes on. Huh? What's that right there? You see? See, this is what they ain't gonna show you. We gonna do it right now, though. See? You see the turbans? All this is Moorish drip. All this is Moorish. So, what they talking about? You been wearing, for y'all women that's out there, them head wraps that you wearing, those are Moorish. That's an origin of your ancient ancestors. All through our history, we've been wearing that. Men been wearing turbans and fezzes. The women been wearing turbans and fezzes. Let me just show you. See, because once you see it, you ain't gonna be able to get it out your head no more. Now you ain't gonna be able to get it out your head. See that? You ain't gonna be able to get it out your head now. Because now you starting to see it. See? Now you coming out that 3D. Now you starting to elevate higher. See? Now you starting to elevate higher now. Huh? Now you elevating higher now. Hold up. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and go up. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and show you something. Huh? All these. Now don't forget now. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Where is that? Let me keep this up there. Don't forget. Alright? Don't forget that the national headdress of the Moorish Asiatic nation, found as a civilization, that's this. What's this right here? Huh? Huh? You know how we the most dripped up. You know how we love to get saucy, right? You know how we love to get saucy. You know how we love to get saucy. Hold up. Nah. You know how we love to get saucy and we love our drip now. Huh? All these is Moorish women. What you mean? You see that? Huh? See, once you see it, now you can't unsee it now. Yeah. That's Moorish. Everything you looking at is your ancestors. This is our ancestors. See that? See that right there? You see the pieces? All this is our history. Guess what though? Ain't none of this black history. Black don't go past the 1100s. Facts. It don't go past the 1100s. These are well before the 1100s. Huh? What you mean? Huh? Who's that? Oh, it's just a Moorish woman. It's just a Moorish woman. Huh? What you mean? Huh? What you mean? See the head wraps? See? All you gotta do is start looking at old pictures and look at their head wraps. Look what they had on. You start looking at older pictures, then you can see like they got a common theme. They all got head wraps on. They got turbans on. That's Moorish. You feel me? They all got some. Even look at the women. The women got it on. Look. You see that? See, you ain't gonna be able to unsee this now. Now it's in your head now. Yeah. Yeah. See, now it's in your head now. See that? See? See that right there? Hold up. That's crazy. See that? Hold up. Run that back. Run that back. See that right there? Look. See that right there? Turn me up. So you need to hear that frequency in your head changing now. See, now the frequency changing. Yeah. You talk about the drip. Look. We doing it in real time. Let's do it in real time. Let's do it in real time. You know, y'all love to get saucy and you love to get saucy. Hold up. You love to get saucy. You know you want them emeralds, them diamonds. You want them necklaces on. Huh? See? See, what you mean? What you thought? We weren't dripped up? What you mean? What you think? Why the kings and the queens wear that? You see, that's a European hand right there. Got the more than a hand. You see how much these things is worth? Thousands. Multiple thousands. You see that? You see what's going on? See, once you start looking at your history through your eyes, not the colonizers, not these people out here telling you that you black, not them. When you start using your Moorish eye, your pineal gland switch on, see that? Venetian antique jewelry. See this? See, this is our history though. This ain't black history. This is world history. See that? See, you been the ones this whole time. This whole time we've been the ones. But we not black though. You can't claim to be black and claim this. These ain't black people. These are Moors. Moorish American jewelry. You see that? Moorish American jewelry. Gold feathers on. Gold locks in their hair. It's amazing how we still got this divine connection, even with the jewelry. You will see Moors out here, they got jewelry. Whole time they don't even realize the jewelry they got on connects them to an ancient history. You see, it's in our DNA though. We just be thinking we just wearing it. Man, you wearing ancient drip. You wearing ancient drip. You just gotta know. You wearing ancient drip. Exactly. You wearing ancient drip. You just gotta realize it. See? Look at that. Moorish American jewelry. Not black. Hold on. You need to see a close-up. You need to see a close-up on how this shine on there. See this shine on there? All y'all that love jewelry, all y'all that love that drip, he got a fez on that's made of gold. He got a star on the top of his crown with the half moon on there. Do you see that? Look. And that's the same thing. Hold up. That's the same thing you see right here. Look at this. Look at that right there. Right? Don't go nowhere. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. Ooh. You see that, right? Huh? Woo! It's in the drip. It's in the drip. Yeah. You see that? That's your history. That's my history. That's our history. But you gotta let that black go. See? You gotta let that black go. See, that black is what's holding you back. That's the miseducation of the Negro. We ain't Negroes though. We Moors. We ain't never Negroes. We ain't never people of color. We ain't never no Indians. We ain't none of that. We Moors. Worldwide. Yeah. Yeah. That's why it's on there. Let me show you something that's gonna blow your mind though. Look at this. Then look at this. Hold up. Look at this right here. Hey, answer me this. How people graduate out of high school, middle school, college, they put these on. But then the fez is the ancient and modern national headdress of the Moabite Moors. Then when you graduate, instead of giving you a fez, they give you this, the mortarboard. They give you the mortarboard. This what you get when you graduate. Huh? Shout out to Texas. Huh? When you graduate, your cap and gown, this what they give you, right? If you put this on your head and you put this straight up in the air, it'll look just like this. Come on, Morris. Come on, Morris. You said, what race would you pick on a farm? Listen, it's only one race, Moore. There's only one race. That's the human race. But as far as putting something down on paperwork, as far as putting anything down on paperwork, what you will put down is you will put down white. What does white mean? Because you got people out there that'll tweak out. What? I ain't putting white down. I'm not putting white down. White has nothing to do with a complexion. Them European pale-faced people, they not white people. They're not the color white. Like, they're not this. Their skin is not this. You feel me? White and black are a classification that involves a status. Status is what your rank is, your capacities, your incapacities, where you at in society. Where do you rank at? People without a nationality, they rank the lowest in society because they not plugged with a nation, with a nationality. This is why the order of the day is, what's your nationality? Everybody out here got one except so-called black people, so-called African Americans. That's what's been holding our people back. And the problem is, it's uncomfortable because so many, your mama, your father, your grandmama, your granddaddy, and the rest of them, your friends, your cousins, your uncles, your aunties, if they not knowing who they are, they gonna keep telling you the same thing they heard. So you really eating rotten fruit. The fruit that you keep eating is rotten. It's making you sick. In order to get that out your system, you got to detox completely out of the rotten fruit. The rotten fruit is black. The rotten fruit is Negro, person of color. That's the rotten fruit. You got to detox. Why would you want to eat rotten fruit when you can eat fresh fruit that's connected to a tree? You feel me? The tree of life, that's your nationality and your birthright. Come on, man. Exactly. People holding on to what they believe in. They holding on to that for dear life because they scared to let that shit go. Once you let it go, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Hold up. Let's go ahead. Because you got a whole lot of people out here like this. A whole lot of them out here like this. Let me show you what I mean. Let me show you exactly what I mean.
They lived in the house with master. There was two kinds of slaves. There was the house Negro and the field Negro. The house Negro, they lived in the house with master. They dressed pretty good. They ate good because they ate his food. Because he left. They lived in the attic or the basement, but still they lived near their master. And they loved their master more than the master loved himself. They would give their life to save their master's house. The house Negro, if the master said, we got a good house here, the house Negro say, yeah, we got a good house here. Whenever the master said we, he said we. That's how you can tell a house Negro. If the master's house caught on fire, the house Negro would fight harder to put the blaze out than the master would. If the master got sick, the house Negro would say, what's the matter, boss? We sick. We sick.
We sick.
He identified himself with his master more than his master identified with himself.
Damn.
And if you came to the house Negro and said, let's run away, let's escape, let's separate, that house Negro would look at you and say, man, you crazy. What you mean separate? Where is there a better house than this? Where can I wear better clothes than this? Where can I eat better food than this? That was that house Negro. In those days, he was called a house nigger. And that's what we call him today, because we still got some house niggers running around here.
House niggers. Y'all recognize that voice? That was El Shabazz. Malik El Shabazz. He's not Malcolm X. Remember, when when he came back from making that trip to Egypt, talking about so-called Malcolm X, he had a free national name. He came back as El Haj Malik El Shabazz. These people that want to keep you in the colonization, the denationalization mentality, they keep telling people that his name was Malcolm X. He found himself when he made the Hajj over there. He came back with a Moorish name, El Haj Malik El Shabazz. El Shabazz. When he came back, he was really a problem because he started talking about nationalism. That's what made him a problem. That's why they like, no, we got to get him up out of here. Because now he got the knowledge now. Now he out here talking about human rights now. You see? Go back and watch the movie Malcolm X. They touched on it real briefly, like a hot second. When El Haj Malik El Shabazz came back from Egypt, he started talking about nationalism. Then Buddy came out the corner. He was standing there the whole time in the corner. Dude came out the corner like, get your hand out my pocket. Remember? That's what they was referring to. They was talking about how the FOI and the NOI, how they was going to start losing members and money because the people now through El Haj Malik El Shabazz was going to start hearing, they was going to start hearing that we need to be talking about nationalism. We don't need to be talking about this Negro thing no more. We need to take it to a bigger audience and come into our nationality. That's why El Haj Malik El Shabazz was a threat. Because how he was talking now. Now he was incorporating logic, reason with history and law. He's dealing with law now. He ain't dealing with color of law. See, when we start dealing with law, we start dealing with light. Check it out. Let me show you what I mean. Hold on. Let me plug this charge up real quick. Hold up. Let me plug up real quick. El Haj started talking about law. Now they like, oh, this dude a problem. He's becoming a problem now. So we gotta go ahead. That's why they did that. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly why they did that. Let's go here. Let's take it here. Then you go right here. You start dealing with knowledge. You start dealing with light. Light is what? What is light? What is light? All y'all Bible readers out there? All y'all scripture quoters that's out there? quote this one then. Seek light. Knowledge means, light means knowledgeable. Listen to that. Light means knowledge. Knowledge is power. It spells freedom. Freedom is everybody's job on a universal scale. See that? It's a universal job and it's a universal scale. Everybody's job is to free everybody. It's a duty, but you can only free somebody from darkness with light. And that darkness can only be extinguished with knowledge. Because ignorance breeds more ignorance. Ignorance breeds hatred. Ignorance breeds envy, jealousy. See that? Ignorance breeds pride. And what comes before the fall? Pride. It's a whole lot of prideful people out here. They ain't gonna tell you though. They ain't gonna tell you the real though. This is why it's salute, salam to all the Moors who actually stand on business. Let me show y'all this real quick. Let me see if I can find this. Let me see if I can find this real quick. I'm gonna show y'all this. Is it in here? Is it in here, man? Hold up. Let me see if I can find y'all something. Let me see if I can find this for y'all real quick. Now look. Now we talking about knowledge, right? We talking about how, like, say for instance, if somebody in the card game, they keep robbing you in the card game. You can't figure out how is this person keep ripping me off, taking my money in this game. Or anything that involves gambling. Anything. They are using a game that's rigged. So if we take this right here, seek light, and we took that to what can we use for our people? Our people have not been educated in areas of status, positive or negative, what it means in law. So let me give you a crash course real quick. Because the only way to get out of the darkness is with light. And light means knowledge. So let's share light. When you identify as a person of color, an Indian, a black person, a Native American person, a person of color, you are over here. You place yourself voluntarily on the scale of negative. All right. This is not my opinion. This is how universal law operates in real time, all the time. All right. This is facts. This is not opinion. Okay. So when you say that you're an African American, a Latino, a Hispanic, you automatically put yourself on this side of the scale. Your freedom, you've just given it away. All right. Now you are a corporate person. You are a 3/5 person. Hear that? That's what you became out of your own mouth. You are a color person out of your own mouth. You're dead in law. That's what civiliter mortuus means in law. Now you dead. Now you need an attorney to represent you, to speak for you, because the dead can't talk. This is why police be like, if you can't afford an attorney, one will be given to you. Yeah. So they setting you up right there, giving you an attorney, giving your rights away. That's why you want to reserve all your rights. You're not coming in there pro se. You coming in there in your positive status with your nationality, improper person. See that? You stepping in there in for life. You don't need counsel. You need counsel if you want to. You coming in there on the positive side of law, which is your natural person. You're not coming in there as a corporate ward. You're not coming in there under the Trading with the Enemy Act as an Indian. Nah, no sir. You coming in there sui juris. You're not coming in there as a minority. You're not coming in there as a colored person, a feudal person. You coming in there as a free white person. Remember, white has everything to do with knowledge. White is the highest status on the land. The only white people on this planet are Moorish people. Point blank, period. If you're not a Moor, then you don't have the free white person status. You don't have it. And what is status again? Status is a measure of your legal rank and standing in society. Without knowing your status, they're going to paint you as a black person. When you're a so-called black person, when they paint you as a so-called black person, that's why police get on the radio and they be like, black male, African-American male, African-American woman. Once they do that, they putting on the radio that they can legally exterminate you. Legally, not lawfully. They're looking at you to be exterminated. This is why you never let them get that off. You always let your nationality be known. Your status be known from the door. Don't wait around. You put them on notice from the door if you have to have encounters with these people. You let your status be known from the door who you is. You know what I'm saying? You in for life. You're not walking around with under some kind of colonial brand name, black, Negro, colored, Indian. You let them know from the door. You put them on notice that you are in your proper person. You are Moorish American national. You're in for life. You feel me? Once they classify you as a so-called color person, that's a violation of your rights. That's deprivation of rights under color of law. You got to know this, though. They not going to tell you this. You got to know it because the law starts with you. This where the law started. And if you want to see something crazier than that, if you be like, nah, this nigga just capping. This nigga Kush just capping. Yeah, you think it's cap, right? Until you see it for yourself. You think it's cap, right? Till you see it for yourself. You tell me what that is right there on that right there. What's that? You out there calling this cap. You tell me what that is right there that you look at every day. You see the scale on there, right? You see the keys on there, right? All right, then. This ain't cap, Moors. This is reality. There's a scale that works in law, positive and negative. If you don't know the scale, that's your fault because ignorance of the law is no excuse. The law excuses no one. Me, you, nobody. Judges, police, nobody is above the law. Nobody. So you don't have to know the entire law book. It's not what I'm saying. You don't have to know every lawful phrase in the law book. That's not what I'm saying. You need to know enough to know what your status is, positive, and what you not. Because when you say what you are, you automatically saying what you're not. You saying that you on the positive side of law, you're automatically saying that you're not on the negative side of law. And again, you don't have to know the entire law book. You don't have to know all of that. You need to definitely know where you stand at on this scale, though. What your status is on this scale, though. Where you is on this scale, though. Huh? Because that's the scale right there. Now, let me show y'all something about when they say, man, this game is rigged. They got me rigged out. They got the whole game rigged. They trying to keep a black man down. Let me show y'all something. Because when you got knowledge, you don't get emotional to the point where you lose your intelligence. You don't get emotional to that point. When you got knowledge, remember, knowledge, that means you have light. Other people that don't deal with knowledge, they deal with what they believe in. They keep blaming other people. When someone attains knowledge enough to know that they know, they have light. That person can see in the dark. An ignorant person, they blame everybody for why they can't see. A knowledgeable person, they don't blame nobody but theyself because they going to get out there and get it from the mud. That's a person that's ambitious. That's a person that has drive. That's a person that has purpose. They want to be better. They want more. They want more. I, self, law, am master. This is law. It's not a secret. And this book, by the way, is The Clock of Destiny. That's this book right here. You feel me? So let's just see this real quick. Give you like a little visual aid on somebody who know and somebody who don't know. Dave Chappelle, talk to him.
The guy had the whole thing. The table was set up, and he had three-card Monty. You know what that is? Yeah, the guy had the whole thing. The table was set up, and he had the 3 cards, and the crowd was hooting and hollering, and he was like, find the red card, find the red card, and people were playing. Sometimes they win, sometimes they lose, but it was really exciting, and I'm standing there watching it, and I noticed while I'm watching them play this game that the red card, the one you're trying to find, had just a little bend on the corner. And I'm watching and I'm like, yo, this guy doesn't seem to know that red card is bent. I'm gonna beat this motherfucker. And I walked up to the table and I said, let me play a hand. And I put my last $60 on that table and he starts to shuffle and find the red card. Find the red card. I go around the table, make sure I keep my eyes on that bent card. And when he stopped shuffling and he said, find the red card, I pointed to it with confidence. Here it is right here. And he flipped it over and it was black. And he took my money. I couldn't fucking believe that. How did this nigga do that? Was that magic or sorcery? I was confused. So you know what I did? I sat there and I watched him for a real long time play the game. And I realized that all those people who was doing all that hooting and hollering and betting, my God, they were his friends. They were in on the whole thing.
Yeah.
I felt so wronged. I felt so stupid. And then the next sucker came up to the table and was about to put his money down. And I said, fuck that, man. Don't put your money there. All these niggas is in on it.
Hey, so look then. So you get that, right? You get that analogy? When you get that analogy, where he talking about he played the game 3-card Monty. And in the game 3-card Monty, everybody that was playing the game that act like they was like trying to get their money on, they really was working with the dude behind the table shuffling the cards out. All them people around the table was all in on the game. The game is rigged. The U.S. corporation is what Moors that's proclaimed be explaining to our people. You thinking like, if you dealing with beliefs, you thinking like this is a belief system and this is a religion. It has nothing to do with that. It has to deal with, are you in law or you outside of law? There's nothing to do with opinion. But again, your mom and them done told you, your father, your friends, your uncle, your aunties, they done told you and spent you and sent you clean off. So now instead of your mind being open to expand to other information, you close-minded. You stuck in your little comfortable little cocoon, your cubicle. So you don't want to stretch out and be like, you know what? Let me just do a little deep dive into what fam them was talking about. Let me just see what they was talking. Let me see what Kush was talking about. Let me see if anything. Let me see one of them Moors was talking about and how they relate to me and what that could do for us. So the question that I threw to y'all earlier is what I'll bring back right now. What are you going to do? What you going to say when the people that's been telling you this whole time that you've been a color person, it don't matter what you identify as, it don't matter about none of that. It's the black man and the black woman have to struggle. What are you going to do when them people come out and be exposed as liars? What are you going to say to them people when the truth hits you in the face like a lightning bolt? What you going to say then? When all of that pain and the agony could have been prevented. Everybody's locked up for victimless crimes could not be in jail if they knew how to stand in law. What are you going to say to these people that's going to come out and be like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I only was saying that y'all was black because, you know, that's the description that everybody comfortable with. So I was just saying that to y'all. Is you going to be forgiving and, you know, kind? And are you going to be like that to these people that's been sending you off for years? Let's go to Pan Africa. Yeah, cosmic black, and we gonna make it. What? Huh? How can you just, what you gonna turn the other cheek? Looking ass. You gonna turn the other cheek, right? You gonna be like, oh, it's okay. Yeah? Yeah, okay. It's like Dave Chappelle was saying in that video, 3-Card Monty. The game is rigged. So the people that you thinking is telling you the right information, that you need to stay black and you need to be proud and triple blackness, those are the ones that's in on the rigged game. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Again, let me show you what I'm talking about. You need another receipt because it's literally written right here. Right here. Everybody on the planet has human rights. Now, what if I was to show you that when you don't identify with a nation, you don't have human rights? Question. When you have been identifying or see people identifying as colored people or black people or whatnot, when you see that and you see them getting violated day after day, year after year, don't that make you think something? Don't that trigger something inside you to be like, man, gotta be another way. It gotta be another way, fam. Look, it gotta be another way. It is another way. It's another way. Article 15. Everyone has the right to a nationality. Everyone. It don't say a few people. It don't say everybody from over here. No. It don't say everybody from South America, Central America, the islands. It don't just say them. It say everybody. So that means everybody over here got a nationality. Everybody over here got a nationality. French and German and Italian and Polish and Romanian and Asian, Saudi Arabian, I mean, all of them got a nationality. It just so happens to be real strange when it get above Mexico, things go left. Things go left when they get above Mexico. It's just like all these are countries and inside of continents, but as soon as it get above Mexico, right here, like right here, this will get crazy at. It go left. It go real left. Like these turn into states. Everywhere else in the world got continents and countries in there. But above Mexico, these turn into states and time zones and zip codes and districts. Yeah. It get real funny over here. It get real funny over here. People identify as crayons and it get real funny when it get above Mexico. I mean, don't nobody else on the planet talk like that or act like that or have nothing like that set up. It's just real strange that when it get above Mexico, color crayons come out and, people calling themselves, giraffes and identifying as cats and dogs. And it just get real funny up here. It get real funny up here. Real funny. It get real funny up here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what go on up here, but it get real funny though. Just right when you get above Mexico, it get real strange. Yeah. But what don't get strange is this right here. You love looking at these little pieces of paper. Huh? You love looking at these little pieces of paper, don't you? And it tell you right there, it show you right there that you got to pick a side. You either going to be on the positive side of the law or you're going to be on the negative side of the law. It's right there. That's the key to civilization. Knowing this is one of the keys to civilization. You have to know what side of the scale you on. See? If you don't know what side of the scale you on, somebody that do know that want to harm you, they're going to tell you something bogus and send you off. Then your ass going to be on the wrong side of the scale. You're not going to be dealing with this. See, this is why they want to keep calling you cosmic black and you got to be extra black. You got to be extra black. What the hell does that mean? Extra black. What? You got to be ultra black. So let me get this straight. Everybody else in the world, they identify with a land. They identify with a flag, a nation, a country. They identify with something that I could look up or you could look up and say, all right, that's where you from. That's the language that you speak. Question. What's the cosmic blackness language? What's the Pan-African language? What is it? What is it? I hear you and I see you talking about you a Pan-African. What language do you speak? Why are you speaking English? Why are you speaking English and you say you from Pan-Africa? What language is that? Yo, listen, man. We gotta stop the madness. All right, it's insanity outside. You say that you're a Pan-African. Why don't you have your own language? What language do you speak? Don't say Swahili either. Yeah, I speak Swahili. Goof ass. Get your ass out of here. You speak Swahili. You gotta be Swahili, don't it? You gotta be Swahili, don't it? Yeah, all right. You speak Swahili. Yeah? Okay. Let me just show y'all this though. Look at this. For them out there talking about they're Indian. Let me just show y'all something. I just showed y'all the historical drip. The historical drip. We talking about this. Look. This is what we talking about. Historical drip. You can look this drip up. We talking about historical drip. On God. Even the English language is a Moorish language. They'll be like, the white man made that up. What? Hold up. How did people who there's documentation that these people came out of caves? How are you giving these people all this credit? They came out of caves. We had to teach them to bathe. We had to give them soap. We had to teach them to talk. We had to shave them. We had to do everything. Why are you, this is the thing I'll be like, why is it that our people are so tough with each other? But that European hybrid, why are you like giving them like all this credit? You giving them all this like, nah, I ain't gonna say that to them. What is it? What is it that all this animosity that our people be having, like just on 10, just on charge with each other? But like that pale skinned European, like you just won't go over there and do nothing. You won't call them by their name. They're not white people. They're European hybrids. Why don't you call them by their name? That'd be the thing I'll be looking at. Like you got all this animosity towards your own. You hate your own so much. But this European paleface, you don't say nothing to them. Nothing. You don't even call them by their real name. That'd be the thing what I be looking at. Like, you hate your own so much. You will kill your own so much. But that European paleface over there, you won't say nothing to them. You won't say nothing to them. You won't even call them by their real name. They're Albions. That's who they are. Albions. You say, I ain't afraid to call them by their real name. All right, well, start calling them Albions then. Start calling them Albions. Start calling them European hybrids. Because that's who they are. Or is that too harsh? Is that too harsh? go crazy against your own, though. You will step on your own face on the ground. Just step on it like it ain't nothing. It means nothing. But them pale-skinned Europeans, though, you ain't gonna say nothing to them. We need to change that narrative around. And I ain't even talking about saying something to them like disrespectful. I'm saying call them by their name. They're Albions, fam. You scared to call them by their name? I ain't even saying say something crazy. I'm talking about just call them by their name. They're Albions. That's who they are. That's not even disrespectful. That's just putting them in the proper context of who they are. So they not walking around here with identity fraud and identity theft. It's going to take that. That's what it's going to take. Listen, you want to start to change something right now? Call these pale-skinned Europeans by their name. They're Albions. Call them by their name. They're European hybrids. Call them that. Talking about you want to change something. Do that to change something. That's going to change something. You might say, well, how is it going to change something? Because words have power. Words have force. Words have frequency, energy, vibration. The words that we let out of us, they can change reality. The words that we say out of our mouths. Now just think about it collectively. If 100 of us start doing it, 200, 500, 1,000, just start saying it like we just talking regular. We just saying it regular. We just talking regular. We not disrespecting them. We just calling them who they is. They Albions. That's what it is. That's just what it is, fam. I mean, why not say nothing? That's how I look at it. Like we be going crazy on our own. But when it comes to the Albions, it's like you give them a pass. You don't want to say nothing to them. You don't even want to call them by their real name. I look at it like that, though. Like, come on, fam. Straight up. Words matter. On God, they do. Look. Then we come right here. Look. Showed y'all the drip. And for all y'all that like, nah, the law don't matter. Nah, the law don't matter. Black's Law 4th edition. By common usage in America, this term in such phrases as colored persons used to designate Negroes or persons of the African race. Huh? So that involves if you identify as African or a colored person, you're in this. And look at what it say though. It say, it has also been held that there is no legal technical signification to the phrase colored person, which the courts are bound judicially to know. So you could go in front of the magistrate, the dude or the woman wearing a black robe, and they can act like you don't even exist. Because legally, not lawfully, you don't have a nationality. So you have no backup. You have no nation. You feel me? This is why nationality is the order of the day. You know what I'm saying? This is why. Without this right here, and to go even, let me just put a staple on it. Just to drill a hole in it. Just to drill a hole in it real quick. Look at this. Let's just drill a hole in it real quick. Lenni Lenape, Indian tribe of Delaware. Recognition. This is Title 29, State Government. General Provisions, Chapter 1. Jurisdiction and Sovereignty. So, the Lenni Lenape Indian tribe of Delaware. This is what it says about their legislative findings. All right? This is all facts. Bye-bye. What's up, man? You all right? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay. What you doing?
Okay, when you want.
Huh?
Can we watch something upstairs?
No, it's bedtime.
Can you check on us then?
Okay, I'll come check on y'all. All right, love you. Okay. Go upstairs. Really, you up there? All right. Okay. Lene Lenape. Yeah, you got to make sure the little one's good. Got to make sure the babies is good. So you see Lene Lenape? It says the tribe was formerly known as the Moors. And for many decades of the 20th century, state documents such as driver's licenses designated the tribe's race with an M. Ooh. What? What? Yeah. Yeah. It's up. Hold up. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more. Hold up. The Delaware School Code of 1921 provided that the State Board of Education could establish a school for, quote, the children of people called Moors. What are you saying, man? Huh? What are you saying? I mean, with all your doubts and disbeliefs, and they should be going bye-bye about now. The Smithsonian Institute issued an annual report in 1948 in which the tribe was referred to as the Moors of Kent County, Delaware, and identified as a surviving, quote-unquote, so-called Indian group of the eastern United States. Bing fucking bong. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, though. That's what I'm talking about, though. This is what they wanted to go with it. They talking about, I'm a Cherokee. I'm Lenape Indian. I'm Choctaw. Yeah? You know Lenape means we the people, right? Huh? Lenape means we the people. Yeah, start homeschooling, for sure. Yeah, start homeschooling. Get that homeschool up. Yeah. Get that homeschool up, G. That's where it's at. Go and get a screenshot, more. Go ahead. Yup. Go and get a screenshot, more. Yes, sir. This is what it is. You got it? See? We ain't even going to the Moroccan-French treaties. We ain't even going to 1631, 1635. We ain't even going to that. See, we got treaties set up. We got United Kingdom. Yes, the UK and Moroccan treaty. See, we ain't even talk about this yet. Who knows? We might do a series of this. We ain't even talk about the UK and Moroccan treaty, though. Huh? We ain't talk about that. The last Moors, Maghreba in early 18th century, Britain. We ain't talk about that. Huh? Yeah. Oh yeah, you know they steady be messing with the beam, Osmore. The Sultan of America, Moroccan treaties with various European crowns, 15th to 18th century. Yeah. You know. So, get out of that color thing. The term Negro means necessarily person of color, but not every person of color is Negro. Black's Law Dictionary. These is not my words, though. This is the Black's Law Dictionary. On God, these the Black's Law Dictionary. Say the treaty series. Yeah, that's a great idea. That's a great idea, Moore. I don't know, you might have spoke something into existence. See that? historical drip. You looking at it. You looking at historical drip. We ain't new here. We ain't new here. We been here.
Well into fabulous.
Man, listen,
New
man.
season, new vibes.
Hold up,
with
man.
fragrance.com.
See. This is what they was talking about. Hold up. See. This is what they was talking about, Morris. Let me just show y'all something real quick. Look at this. Because Noble Drew Ali said this. He said this in the 1920s. He said he was going to make the European tell the truth. I'm not making this up. In the prophecies and hadiths of Noble Drew Ali, what did he say? Written in the 1920s. He said, watch the newspapers. Listen to the radio. I'm going to make the European tell the truth. He said he was going to make them do this right here, right? I mean, this is what he said. Now it's happening.
It sounds to me, Dan, like you do actually hate Jewish people.
Listen to this.
No, I believe that Jewish supremacy is the greatest threat to the world today. In the media, they're pushing this transgender nonsense. I mean, and they did it in Germany. The first transgender clinic was opened by a Jewish guy. And I don't like this perversion pushed on our children. I don't like the fact that 9-year-olds are reading about homosexual acts. I don't like that drag queens are reading them in schools. I don't like that Kamala Harris wants to pay for sex changes in prison so that men can turn into women and women can turn into men. And I don't like the fact that he's putting in, men into women's prisons, male rapists into women's prisons because they identify as women. I mean, it's just nonsense. I don't like, men beating up women in boxing and sports. I think it's all nonsense. And I think it's leading to a degradation of moral fiber. And if left unchecked, I think it's going to ruin the world.
But again, you're blaming...
If left unchecked, I think it's going to ruin the world.
But again, you're blaming Jewish people. Why?
Now, didn't the Prophet Noble Drew Ali say, he said, woe to those who call themselves Jews. Now, this guy, I don't know him, but I know he's not indigenous to this land, but he's a European. And just like Noble Drew Ali said, he said, listen to the newspaper, watch the newspapers, listen to the radio. I'm going to make the European tell the truth. You got hybrid Europeans that's tired of the nonsense too. So they telling the truth. Listen, are you listening though? Yes, that's the key. Are you listening to the information because it's true? Or are you in your mind saying, that can't be. It got to be some kind of cover up or something. You got to use your discernment. Check it out.
Because they're pushing this.
What do you mean they're pushing it? What are you talking about?
Well, I mean, they're controlling the media. I mean, the DEI is being pushed by BlackRock. BlackRock's execs are all Jewish. You look at where this is coming from. It's not a surprise.
Dan,
all the Disney execs are Jewish.
Dan,
they're pushing it on children.
Right? Do you accept, Dan, that you are just blatantly anti-Semitic?
Look, I have an issue with that term. I mean, I think the real...
Listen to this right here. This is key. Listen to this.
Semites are the Palestinians. I mean, the DNA tests that they've done on the Israelis that are... Look, I have an issue with that term. I mean, I think the real Semites are the Palestinians. I mean, the DNA tests that they've done on the... They're Eastern European. It's not a surprise.
Dan,
all the Disney execs are Jewish.
Dan,
they're pushing it on children.
Right? Do you accept, Dan, that you are just blatantly anti-Semitic?
Look, I have an issue with that term. I mean, I think the real Semites are the Palestinians. I mean, the DNA tests that they've done on the Israelis that are living over there, they're Eastern European Ashkenazi Jews. I don't even think they're actual Semites. They don't have ancient Hebrew DNA, which is why DNA testing is illegal in Israel.
Did you catch that? Did you catch that?
It sounds...
Hold up. Did you catch that? I'm talking about cooking, fam. Look. Did you catch that? Shout out to him, man. Shout out to him. I don't know his name, Dan something. Shout out to him. Because he talking truth now. Truth don't care about what you look like, how you feel about it. It don't matter about where you from. Truth does not care. Truth is true today, yesterday, and tomorrow. That's what truth is. So he said, the people over there that's in so-called Israel over there, which was founded in 1948. All you got to do is look up, do a quick little Google search. Look up, when was Israel over there founded? 1948. Then you look at it and you say, well, why would they make blood testing? Why would they make genetic testing illegal in Israel over there? Why would they do it? Make you think about it. Hold up. Make you think about something. Make you think about it, right? Hold up. Let me just show you this. Yeah. This is what y'all asked for. Y'all asked for. Y'all asked for it. Look. Look at this. Hold up. Let me see something. Hold up. That's crazy. Hold up. Let me show you this. Let me just show y'all this real quick before I move around. Let me just show you this before I move around, boys. Hold up. Before I move around. Now, you heard him say the Semitic people. Dude, like, I just think that you're anti. Yeah? From the book, Othello's Children in the New World, Moorish History and Identity in the African American Experience. Jose Pimentel Bay, Islam. Look, let me show you this real quick, though. What does it say about the Aboriginal Semites? See that? The Aboriginal Semites. Eastern Semites, Babylonians, Assyrians. We talking about all Moors now. Northwestern Semites, Canaanites, Arameans, Southern Semites, ancient South Arabians, Phoenicians, Moabites, Hebrews. Huh? What you saying? I ain't hear you. What you was saying? I ain't hear you. What you was saying? I'm just trying to figure it out. What was you saying? What was you saying? Yeah. You were saying about Semites and the Semitic people, and the Semitic people are the Moorish people. The Phoenicians, the Canaanites, the Hamathites, the Cushites, the Assyrians, the Armenians, or we'll say the Aramanians. We'll say the people that's the so-called Arabic people. Arabic is a misnomer. Moorish people are the original Arabic people. Arabic is a language that was invented just like English by cultured Moors. It has nothing to do with the school system and these people out here who might look like us, but they got the perfect camouflage to continue to cap. That's all they doing. That's all they doing, Moors. That's all they doing. Hold up. That's all they doing. Capping. This whole time. Capping. So, you said, talking about, look, so I'm finna move around though. Hopefully y'all caught something off this beam out. It's always lit when we build, man. It's always lit when we building up. Know that. I don't know why this thing ain't charging. I don't know why, but we finna move around though. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next beam. I don't know. We might kick a series off depending on the comments, because y'all know they got this paid shadow ban though. So much love to all y'all out there. Each one teach one. Run this beam out back, share it out. I'm gonna throw it up on YouTube. All right. Much love to all y'all out there, all y'all critical thinkers that's out there. Stay thinking. Don't fall victim to being complacent, being comfortable where you at. Nah, keep pushing. All right. Salute, salam to all y'all out there. Islam.